I'm ready. You know what? The game, it is big. Chris Cottrell coming to you tonight here on the Platte Valley Company's pregame show from Alliance High School, second level, my Logos broadcast location. We get set for a monstrous boys B-8 sub-district title game between top seed Alliance and 2 seed Scottsbluff. Glad to have you on board tonight, KNEB.TV, and also tonight radio coverage on 101.7 The Trail. If you're listening on KNEB.com, we appreciate that as well. Last night in the semis, Alliance advanced easily with a 76-45 win over Sidney. Scottsbluff got a bucket late in the final seconds to knock off Gearing 51-50. We've got a coaches-heavy pregame show for you. We'll get to both head coaches ahead of tip-off with Michael Baker of Alliance and Scott Gullion for Scottsbluff. A lot of Class B action, district finals-wise, has already finished up here for a Tuesday as weather starts to get dicey across the state of Nebraska. Scottsbluff and Alliance recent history checks out like this. Scottsbluff leads this year's series 2-1. They have won 26 of the last 27 games overall. I mentioned a talk with both head coaches. We'll hear from Scottsbluff's Scott Gullion here shortly, but on the way next, Alliance head man Michael Baker when we come back right after this on KNEB.TV and KNEB on the Trail.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and matches here for a limited time. How limited? If I tell you, will you still come right now versus putting it off until oops, the deal is over?
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
We're back on KNEB this evening on the Platte Valley Company's pregame show ahead of our big sub-district championship game at Alliance High School with Scottsbluff in the home standing Alliance Bulldogs. Chris Cottrell catching up right now with Alliance boys head coach Michael Baker. Coach, congrats on the win last night over Sidney. We've got what should be a dandy on hand for tonight at your place. First, your thoughts overall on really the importance of this game for you and your ability to maybe host a district final. A lot riding on this thing tonight for you.
It is. We'd much rather play at home. We've won big games on the road. We beat a good Cheyenne Central team in their place, and we've won some other games on the road, but you're just so much more comfortable in your own environment. So, yeah, I believe I've got it figured right. If we win and if Omaha Scott beats Mount Michael, then we'll get to play a home game Saturday. So it's important to the kids, but they're loose and confident that they can beat good teams no matter where we play.
What else is important to these kids is good old area pride, and that's another thing that's on the line tonight with your group and this Scottsbluff bunch that's gone a bunch of rounds over the years. It sure seems like, that's for sure. When you watch Scottsbluff last night get out of Dodge with a 1-point win, or when you just think about their team in general, what do you guys have to do to put yourself in the best position to compete and have a chance tonight?
Well, hopefully we get off to a better start than we did last time. We played awfully good basketball for about 26 minutes last time against Scottsbluff. We had a rough start and a rough finish, but otherwise, you're not going to play perfect for 32 minutes, but we'd like to avoid getting a 8 or 9 point deficit right off the bat. One thing I've learned in these tournament games is that one game doesn't really dictate what happens the next game. You know, Scottsbluff had kind of a rough shooting night, some turnovers, and there's no guarantee that'll go again tonight. They might come out and look a lot sharper. We never know what the other guy's going to do, but we just hope we can dictate the pace. We want to push the ball and play loose and free and use our quickness to our advantage, and hopefully we'll get multiple guys making three-point shots and attacking the rim and playing our style.
Yeah, to your point, as an opposing head coach, you're not planning on Connor McCracken coming out tonight struggling and only scoring 8 points. You're probably figuring he's going to come back and have a big bounce-back performance.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, he was just a little off for whatever reason, and yeah, sometimes you feel like when you're that close to being eliminated, you feel like you have a second life. I mean, that's how we've been on that side of the coin too, where we struggled one night and then you just are really, really on the next. But the big thing for us with Scottsbluff is they're so big and so athletic, and we'll need to hold our own on the boards, especially on our defensive glass. We're a pretty good defensive team, but when that shot goes up, we're going to need to get a body on people because they've got 2, 3, sometimes 4 guys that are bigger than us at every position. So if we can hold our own there, I really like our chances, Chris.
You guys just keep coming and coming and coming and pushing the pace with Mason and Joel. You guys just never really stop, and that's just one of your real traits as a team, and it served you well this year.
When you have skilled guards, 3 or 4 guys at a time that can dribble, pass, and shoot, you're hard to defend. I don't think we shot the ball very well at Bluffs. If we just get 1 or 2 more of those, that game might have a different outcome. And so we just looked at that film and tried to learn from it and grow from it and build from there. And so, yeah, it should be a great game tonight, Chris.
Joel looks as healthy as he's looked all season, and it feels like you've probably kind of, coaxed him back into this point and done a really good job with it. I thought he was moving real free and easy last night.
A little better each week, yeah. December, the first game, he really struggled and probably shouldn't have played, but the doctor said go ahead and give it a go. And he's moving better all the time. He's not quite back to where he was 100%, and that may not be the case until September. But he's good enough to contribute, and he's made some big shots for us and big winning plays off the ball as well. And so, yeah, all our kids are looking forward to this opportunity.
Coach, we'll get you out of here on this one quickly. Hey, for high school kids, this is what it's all about. This is what you go out for high school sports for, a rivalry matchup. You got the blue and white on. Scottsbluff will have their red on. It'll be a tremendous atmosphere, and this is what high school sports is meant to be tonight.
Sure, yeah. Our kids put a lot of time in spring, summer, winter, and fall, and basketball and other sports, and have a big game in your own gym is a lot of fun. And for us, for Scott Going and Zach Bonus, Alliance guys playing for representing Scottsbluff, that's kind of unique too. So we're glad to see those guys impacting young men in their community as well.
Head coach Michael Baker for the Alliance High Bulldogs. Coach, thanks a lot for the time, and looking forward to tip-off here in a few minutes. Best of luck to you and your guys.
Okay, we'll see you, Chris. Thanks.
Come back with more right after this on KNEB.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Back on the Plant Valley Company's pregame show, continuing here on KNEB.TV and 101. Back on the Plant Valley Company's pregame show, continuing here on KNEB.TV and 101.7 The Trail. We heard from Alliance head coach Michael Baker just a few minutes ago. Now time to check back in with Scottsbluff head basketball coach Scott Goley, and our pregame chat brought to you by The Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing. Shane Wilson and his staff, they do a great job seeing for all your upcoming spring sports needs. Coach, last night was one of those Donnybrook knockdown, drag-out affairs, old rivals going down literally to the final shot of the ball game. You guys get out of Dodge at Alliance, beat Gehring 51-50. Overall thoughts on last night before we get to tonight's big one?
No, I didn't like the way we came out. I didn't like our the vibe. I didn't think we were ready to play from the beginning, but we did enough, and we were lucky. We were lucky to get out of there with a win. Gehring played tremendous. They had a good game plan. They executed it pretty well, and really the ball just happened to bounce our way. That was the way we got out of the game. And Josiah came up huge down the stretch for us, and Chance Parker making a big layup and just making some plays down the stretch, and that's what we needed to do, and we did what we had to do to give ourselves a chance, and we were lucky enough for the ball to bounce our way.
As we're talking this morning here, it doesn't look like PowerPoints have been updated from yesterday, so no changes officially. Did you do any math? Did you have your math guy do any math for you last night? Anything different than what we talked about yesterday as far as projections or possibilities?
Not really. Not from what I can see. I think we're 12th right now. Lexington lost some points, and we move up to 12. And, I still think we're still in that same boat that we talked about yesterday. A win probably puts us at 11, and a loss probably puts us at 13. And obviously it depends on what else happens across the state and how those things shake out. But just kind of from an estimation and what I've been looking at, that's kind of what I see.
So let's get to it. Should be an outstanding matchup tonight. It'll be the fourth go-around for you guys in Alliance. You've beaten them twice. Their lone win against you came on their home floor. They really took it to Sydney last night, dominated Sydney again last weekend on Friday. Looked like they were really passing the basketball well at times last night, moving the ball well, setting guys up for open looks. What'd you see? You were in attendance last night. What'd you make of what you saw from the Bulldogs?
Yeah, they play well together, and then they got quite a few guys that can make shots, and they got a big post down inside that can, you can drop it off to, or he can get offensive rebounds, and then he really affects the game on the defensive end a lot too. Mason Heemstra is tremendous. He's playing at a really high level, and then you just surround him with some of those other guys that can do some either make shots or drive it and kind of just be role players. And so they got a really nice group, and they play well together. They get after it defensively, and that's one of the reasons they're able to put it on Sydney like they were last night, was just their defensive pressure and then getting out and running.
You said on the post-game show last night that the type of energy and desire they're going to come out with playing for a possible home game this weekend. At what point in a game like this does a little bit of the pressure turn to the top seed, playing on their home court, knowing what's at stake? Where in the game do you think maybe some of that game pressure could get to Alliance?
I think if we can get a lead. And kind of be feeling good about ourselves late in the game, I think, maybe some desperation or nervousness or stress, pressure kind of comes into play. But I think right at the beginning, I'm sure they're going to be amped up. They're playing for, a big spot, really. So, handling that emotion and some of that, hopefully our guys come out and play a little more free than we did last night. Because I thought we came out and we were kind of pressing and thinking that, we have to make all these plays, or, we're worried about what might happen if we lose and kind of playing not to lose. And we just need to play to win and play to have fun and play loose. The same thing could happen to Alliance. I don't know if it will. It kind of helps being on your home floor for this game, but if we can, kind of put some pressure on them a little bit, I think it gets amped up a little bit, and then we can see what happens.
And we'll get you out of here on this one with a quick key to the game, brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of that lifetime warranty on every new vehicle from Team Auto. Wrapping up with Coach Gully. And Coach, a quick key to the game, one thing that'll put you guys in a good spot tonight.
I think we're just going to have to play together, do what we've been doing since, preaching since day one with our offense and defense, and then it's going to come down to some leadership and some energy and just some guys making plays. When you get in the postseason, and really comes down to whose best players are going to show up and play well, and who's going to be able to make the most plays.
Scott Golian, head coach for the Scottsbluff Bearcats. Coach, as always, thanks a lot for the time, and hope to have a friendly, victorious, smiling chat after the game tonight. Best of luck.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, we'll come back with more right after this. Tip-off approaching on KNEB.
There's a place where folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged, fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Visit the Experts at Paul Reed Construction, your authorized Big Green Egg dealer. Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit Hydrotex Oil.
Well, it's felt like this was what it was going to come down to all season long as far as this sub-district was concerned. Alliance and Scottsbluff. Alliance able to earn the top seed throughout the regular season, hosting here on their home floor. And we settle this score one final time here tonight for the sub-district championship. Let's get to the starting lineups brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. Learn more at wncc.edu. First off the bench for Scottsbluff is 6'4" junior Sebastian Harsh. Scored 3 points last night, averages 4. Now Josiah Diolas, he scored the game-winning basket, played well, had 17, averages 13. A senior on the wing, Harold Baez at 6'1". Quiet last night with 2. We know he's capable of going off from outside. Connor McCracken, down contest last night, had 8. Expecting a big performance from McCracken tonight. Scottsbluff will need it, the 6'4" senior. And Sam Clarkson, the big 6'6" junior, averages 6 points per game. The Bearcats in the black uniforms for tonight. Now the starters for the home-standing Alliance High Bulldogs. Off the bench first is 5'9" senior Corbin Starks. Had a real step-up senior type here, averaging 8 points. Joel Baker, mentioned as healthy as he's been all season, averages 9, had 13 last night. Reese Jensen, another senior in that lineup, 6'3", averages 6 a game. Of course, Mason Heemstra, maybe the best player in the region this year, 5'11" senior, averages just under 24 points, had 16 last night. And role players tend to play better at home, and that's the case from what I've seen this year with Braden Palmer. Had 10 last night, played really well at home here against Scottsbluff in their win in this season series. The 6'4" junior averages 6 points and 6 rebounds, had a big two-hand dunk last night. Weather, maybe a little bit of an issue for folks back in the Scottsbluff area that were trying to make their way here. So maybe not everybody, but I'll tell you what, they're on the side of the stands that I'm on where all the older fans sit for both teams. Pretty packed and a nice student section across the way. This atmosphere going to be jumping. Starting lineups again brought to you by WNCC. Now our opening tip brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff, where it's love at 425 degrees. And don't forget to register for the Papa Murphy's text pump for a sweet deal there. Whistle blows, ball is going to be in the air momentarily, and we are underway here in Alliance, the B-8 Sub-District Championship game, the final Class B Sub-District title game to be played here today. Scottsbluff looking at an 11 or 12 seed. This game crucial for Alliance as they look for a home game. They need a win to lock that down. First possession of the game, Alliance on the offensive end. Reese Jensen going to fire from way outside, misses badly. Offensive rebound goes to Mason Heemstra. Fouled on the putback attempt. An early whistle goes against Sebastian Harsh. That'll be the first foul on Scottsbluff. The 6'4" junior picks up the personal. Heemstra had 16 last night. Numbers on the year, 23.5 a game, 6.5 rebounds, and he dishes out 4 assists at the foul line. A very solid 79%. And there's a nice little friendly home rim roll for the outstanding senior Mason Heemstra. Alliance will just keep coming throughout this ball game, led by the backcourt tandem of Baker and Heemstra. And you know what? Corbin Stark fits right into that mix as well. Para makes for Heemstra at the stripe to start the ball game. Early lead. Scottsbluff won at WNCC Western Conference Tournament, lost at Alliance, won at home by 5. Fourth matchup of the year. McCracken had just 8 points last night. See if he can come up with a big performance tonight for the Cats. Driving baseline, Baez back out on the perimeter to Diolis. Crossover dribble and a pull-up jumper. Too strong. Palmer with a box out down low and a rebound. Here comes Alliance. Quickly into the front court with Heemstra. Heemstra gives it up to Palmer. They move it to Stark. Side screen. Stark off the screen. Gets down the paint. A little runner. Too strong off the heel of the iron. Baez grabs the loose ball board. And now Scottsbluff back onto the offensive end. I think Jensen might have got a piece of that driving attempt. In transition the other way. Heemstra can't knock down the three. McCracken up high and out jumps Palmer for the defensive rebound. 2-0, nearly a minute and a half gone by here in the opening quarter. Diolis cut off at around the free throw line. McCracken's going to fire from three and he knocks it down. Connor McCracken cans a tray. Scottsbluff leading 3-2 here in the opening moments tonight. B-8 championship here at Alliance High. Chris Cottrell with you, KNEB.TV. Little dribble drive action there. Palmer had his shot maybe affected a little bit by Harsh, who came over and really challenged at the rim. Palmer also could have got caught between the dunk and the layup. Missed shot from Diolis on the other end of the floor. The pace has been pretty fast and furious here early. 3-2 the count. And with the basketball, Alliance. Baker off a screen, going to fire from outside. Joe Baker hits a triple. Wasn't that healthy to start the year. He looks to be playing his healthiest and best after watching last night. Alliance man defense. McCracken goes to the rim, dumps it off down low to Clarkson. Assist to McCracken. Bucket for Clarkson. Good team basketball right there for the Bearcats. We are tied at 5. Things get quiet when Alliance has the ball. Baker, another tray. Joe Baker, 2 for 2 from the floor, both from behind the arc. 5:15 to play in the opening quarter. Off to a fast start for both teams. 8-5 the lead for Alliance. Diolis slows the tempo down. McCracken wants the ball at the high post. Catches. He's got a mismatch against Heemstra and takes advantage and scores right over top of the smaller Mason Heemstra. Connor McCracken with 5. Palmer. Now Baker. Leaves it for Palmer. Stripped away. First turnover of the game. Goes against Alliance. And now Baker gets a hand in the passing lane. Pokes one away out of bounds. It'll stay with Scottsbluff. 8-7 the lead. And the first 2 subs of the night will check in for the Bearcats with Dawson Moore and Chance Parker. It'll be Harsh and Clarkson sitting, so Scottsbluff gets a little smaller if you're thinking about the rebounding statistic tonight. Of course, Parker comes in at 6'6", and Dawson Moore 6'1", so he's not small on the perimeter, but with Harsh and Clarkson going to the bench, the height advantage for Scottsbluff evens out just a little bit. McCracken looks for a heat check early. That 3 ball short. Here he comes. Heemstra on the push. Leaves it. Stark. Fast break opportunity. Count it. And a layup for Corbin Stark. Their 3-guard tandem has all 10 points early. It's 10-7. Alliance leads with 4:20 to play. Ball loose. Stark hits the deck. And a whistle and a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to Scottsbluff. Stark was first to hit the floor to force the tie-up. Now Colin Schroyer checks into the game for Alliance. They get a little size on. Schroyer, a 6'3" junior. Chris Cottrell with you from our Logos broadcast location here. Second level of Alliance High. Logos downtown Gearing. 4:14 to play. Parker posting up. Goes to work with a right hand. Got it off the square for 2. Chance Parker also takes advantage of a mismatch down in the paint area. Scottsbluff with 2 points early off the bench. Joel Baker off a screen. He's going to hoist another. Baker too strong. Rebound comes off. Tapped out by Schroyer. Ball loose at midcourt. Grabbed by Baker. Alliance with it on the offensive end. Heemstra. Crossover dribble. Nothing doing. Now top of the key, Jensen. Stark. He's going to fire a 3. That's short. Rebounded by Baez for the Bearcats. 3 minutes, 37 seconds to play. Scottsbluff into the front court. Parker in the paint. And there's a whistle. Joel Baker ties up Chance Parker. Possession arrow this time will give it to Alliance. Each team with an early turnover. Michael Baker, the head coach for Alliance. Scott Golian, the head man for Scottsbluff. A lot of personal area pride on the line tonight. For Alliance, a home game in the district playoffs on the line as well. Mount Michael Benedictine got beat. A win for Alliance according to their head coach, Michael Baker, and they will have a round of 16 game on their home floor. Corbin Stark to Reese Jensen. Jensen 0 for 1, make it 0 for 2 from behind the three-point arc. Rebound to the Cats. Diolis rushes it into the front court, leaves it for Dawson Moore. Moore has the ball poked away, loose on the floor. Who touched it last? Chance Parker. And that's another turnover, number 2, committed by Scottsbluff. 3:02 to play, first quarter action, 10-9. Alliance has the 1-point lead. You can just feel the intensity in the gym right now. Things will quiet down when Alliance is on the offensive end. Moore doing a good job denying Stark on the wing. He'll get the basketball to Trevor Dubray. Had a hot start last night off the bench. Reese Jensen, now Dubray. Dubray is going to launch a triple, and it's down. Trevor Dubray. Love this kid. He's just a gamer. Tough, confident, athletic kid. Believes in himself, and he knocks down a tray. Biggest lead of the night for Alliance at 13-9. They're up by 4. Both teams playing very confidently. Back cut, easy bucket. Counted in a foul. Chance for a three-point play coming up for Connor McCracken, the senior. Would love to have one of those big-time performances. I think back to opening night last year at Gehring against Alliance. And he dropped a 30-burger on the Bulldogs there at Gehring's gym as he really announced his presence to the entire region. And Scottsbluff could use one of those tonight. Harsh back in. Baez will take a seat. Connor McCracken short on the first free throw attempt. Connor's got 7 of the 11, 13-11. Scottsbluff trails by 2. Alliance basketball. Schroyer hands it off to Stark. Stark has really played well this season. Dubray into the paint. Pump fake, lost his footing, got tripped up, and we've got a blocking foul. Parker will help up Dubray, or offer the hand. And I think this foul will go on Sebastian Harsh, so that's a key call, his second. Baez will get up off the bench in a hurry, and he'll check back in for Sebastian Harsh, who has 2 quick fouls. 2:06 to play in the opening quarter. Dubray at the stripe, a 64% shooter off the mark on the first. Baker, Heemstra, Stark, and Dubray have scored for Alliance. Parker, Clarkson, and McCracken have scored for the Cats. Connor has 7. 2:06 to play in the first quarter. Electric atmosphere here tonight at Alliance High. Dubray 1 of 2 at the line. Alliance 3 for 4 at the free throw stripe here in the opening moments tonight. Nearly 6 minutes gone by. Diolis crossover dribble. Tough fadeaway jump shot wouldn't go. Nobody really home to offensive rebound down under the rim that time for Scottsbluff. An easy clear for Alliance. Schroyer. Dribble handoff to Stark. Now Jensen. Baker was on the bench. Now it's Heemstra from outside. Mason Heemstra knocks in a tray. Leads at 6. Biggest dub tonight for Alliance now, 17-11. Diolis. McCracken thought about the back cut. Good footwork from Reese Jensen to keep the cut from happening. Now Moore. One dribble, steps behind the arc on the bounce. Gives it off to Connor McCracken. McCracken into the paint. Tough shot. Got it to go off the square. Connor coming out really super aggressive here tonight as 9 of their 13. Stark on the wing left side. Crossover dribble. Got past Dawson Moore and laid it up with the right hand off the left side wing. He's really good and long-armed on those drives. Stark has 4. Lead back to 6. Connor McCracken, it is down. He is hot tonight. Connor's got 12 to start this contest. Alliance leads it by 3, though, as Schroyer hands it off to Dubray. 40 seconds to play. Is Alliance going to look for the final shot and already kind of try to trim a possession out of this ball game for the Cats. Mason Heemstra is going to do exactly that. He's going to back up near midcourt. Let's see what kind of set they get in. 2 down around the right block. You got Jensen out there near the left elbow and Dupre on the wing. Right side. Misspoke. Jensen near the elbow right side. Diolas now a little ball pressure on Heemstra. That's not going to phase him much, you wouldn't think. He gets it, and they turn it over. Chance Parker, 5 seconds to play. Parker loses the basketball on the dribble, has it taken away by Dupre. A one-arm heave off the mat behind the basket. A wild and woolly opening 8 minutes. Alliance leads 19-16 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Byers Realty would like to remind everyone that school is back in session, so make sure and watch for little ones in crosswalks. Be mindful of school speed zones, and take a second to double check for pedestrians and bicyclists. We want all of our young students to have a wonderful and safe year. Visit callbyersrealty.com or stop by the office on Avenue B, next to Bumper to Bumper. The Panhandle's best, Byers Realty. Community strong, community proud. We have what you're looking for.
You can always check out our podcast page, listen to any of our high school broadcasts archived there, brought to you by First State Bank of Scottsbluff and Gehring. Quarter number 2 about to get underway here at Alliance tonight. B-8 Sub-District Championship. Alliance with a record of 18-5, starting the day in 9th in power points. Scottsbluff 12-10, they enter 12th, opening up today. Speaking of the number 12, that's how many points Connor McCracken had in the first quarter. He cycles along the baseline. Alliance now goes zone. They almost force an early turnover to start the quarter. So they change things up, give Scottsbluff a different look. McCracken up top, Dawson Moore, open shot, and that is money. You can't do that if you're Alliance. Dawson Moore will knock it down at a 43% clip. And if you don't know, that's an outstanding shooting percentage at the high school level. Trevor Dupre, that one won't go. Loose ball comes off, rebound grab by Connor. McCracken quickly into the front court. We're tied at 19. Open look, Moore. Can he make it 2 straight? It's down. Dawson Moore, 6 quick ones in the first 45 seconds of the quarter, and it's 22-19. Palmer sets a screen. Dupre. Connor Ferreter's into the game as well. Also Caden Kendrick. Joel Baker. Baker cut off by Baez up top. Dupre thought about a step back 3. Now Baker, he hit 2 threes in the first quarter. Pass deflected. Caden Kendrick pull up Jay from the foul line. And the 6'3 junior reserve knocks one down. Pace has been furious here in the first 9+ minutes. Diolas. He's got a smaller defender. Baker on him. Josiah recognizes. He wants the basketball. Loses it. Poked away. Baker comes up with it. Loose ball. A turnover committed by Scottsbluff. Their 4th of the basketball game. Alliance now looks to go back in front with a basket of any sort. Connor Ferreter, that's an ugly looking 3-ball. He looks at the official, hoping for maybe a late whistle. That's not coming. 22-21, not the shot Alliance wanted. They could get that one anytime. Heemstra starts the quarter on the bench. Dupre, Baker, Palmer. Dawson Moore thought about a 3rd 3-ball here. Another ball along the baseline. Diolas, shot blocked by Palmer. No whistle, and the foul goes against the 6'4 junior, Braden Palmer. That'll be his first. 2 shots coming for Diolas, who on the season entering last night was at 69% on the year. Heemstra, Stark, and Jensen looks like they will check back in here in just a moment. Diolas eyes it and gets it. We'll let Coach Golian cover it on the post-game show, but in speaking with 2 of his assistants after the bus ride up and some of the results around the state. They said they're pretty much locked in at 11 or 12 seed, depending on outcome here and elsewhere with that Aurora and York game, won by Aurora, I believe, 55-51 in a tight one. Baez creates a turnover, out of hand in the passing lane. He attacks the rim and lays it up and in with a fast break layup. Harold Baez had 2 last night, an early bucket here tonight, and Scottsbluff now leads by 5, and a timeout taken by Michael Baker, the head man for Alliance. 26-21, a full timeout, 5:37 to play in the first half. Scottsbluff leading by 5 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Coverage at KNB 101.7 The Trail, and Scottsbluff trailed by 3 at the end of the first quarter, already outscoring Alliance here in the second quarter to the tune of a 5-point lead, 26-21. Corbin Stark backs the dribble out. Good ball pressure from Dawson Moore. Scottsbluff looking really engaged here early on tonight. That wasn't the case last night. Mason Heemstra, spin move, pull-up jumper, too strong. Connor McCracken up and grabs the defensive rebound. Into the front court with it is McCracken. Goes to his right, goes baseline, a layup. Connor has 14, and he looks like the best player on the floor tonight at this point. 3 minutes gone by in this second quarter. Scottsbluff leads 28-21. Mason Heemstra goes by Diolis, hangs, and a whistle and a foul, and that's going to go against Sam Clarkson. 4:50 to play in the half. 28-21. Heemstra had 5 in the first quarter. At the line, again, a 79% shooter, 2 for 2. Early in the quarter, in fact, the first 2 points of the game. Alliance needs a couple of makes here from their senior star. They cannot. If you heard pregame, Coach Baker said they just want to avoid that 8 or 9 point deficit. That makes it tough. I mean, that's the same thing. Scottsbluff would agree with that same sentiment. Couple of makes for Heemstra. 5-point lead for the Bearcats. They have the basketball. Diolis gives it to McCracken, firing away. Too strong, an offensive rebound goes to Clarkson. Dribble handoff, McCracken. Between his legs, he'll stay on the dribble. Whips a pass underneath to Clarkson, up and in, some contact, no foul either way. Count it for Sam Clarkson, he's got 4. 28-23. Heemstra to Palmer, Baker has it. Joel Baker, now Reese Jensen. Corbin Stark on the catch. Stark to Heemstra. Heemstra, quick fire, off the mark, right side of the iron, easy board for McCracken. Scottsbluff leads by 7. Bit of a tricky spot right now if you're Alliance. Diolis has it taken away by Stark. Loose ball, and Alliance comes up with it again. Reese Jensen handles it into the front court. Stark will give it to Palmer. They'll reverse it quickly to Heemstra. Diolis able to get through on that pick. Now Jensen a 3. That is down. Role players always play better at home. And we'll see if some of these guys for Alliance, the Jensens, the Palmers, the Starks, if they make the difference tonight. Back to a 4-point game. Scottsbluff leads 30-24. Underneath Clarkson, they get him the basketball and he pays it off. Sam's got 6 early. Lead at 6. Stark to Palmer. No need to cover Braden Palmer out there. He has not attempted a 3-point shot on the season. Corbin Stark has, and he will shoot it and miss badly. Off the backboard, grabbed by Diolas. Sam Clarkson taps the head. I think he needs a breather. Diolas, tough shot, wouldn't go. A little lean to that one off the spin. And it's Alliance basketball. They bring it across the timeline. A fast-moving first half. Baker on the catch. An Alliance win. They'll play a home game in the district final. Turnaround jumper. And Heemstra's off a little bit right now. He's going to keep firing. Rebound goes to the Cats. Clarkson really sucking wind right now. And they're going to slow the tempo up just to get Sam up the floor and in position. 32-26. He will check out. Next dead ball. Driving baseline. McCracken got deep. Put on the brakes. Came back underneath the rim. And an easy two. Connor has 16. Now Stark. There's that little nifty move. He got baseline and an underhand scoop with a right. And Stark has 6. A big answer there. Back to a 6-point lead. 2:10 to play. Scottsbluff basketball with Josiah Diolas. Diolas picks up his dribble. Stark closes out defensively. Why not? Get it to McCracken. Jensen goes to the rim. Connor with a layup. No, an offensive foul. Wipe away the basket. Connor fouled out last night, scored only 8. He has 16, already doubled his output from last night. They wipe away that bucket. And Sam will catch a breather. Clarkson on the bench. Chance Parker will come back in. Sebastian Harsh has 2 fouls. He's on the bench as well, and he's been there for a little while. Heemstra into the front court. Jensen get a couple possessions back. Now Heemstra. Palmer posting up against Parker. Alliance out high now with it. Dubray puts it on the floor. Feeds Stark. Stark comes off a screen. Gets into the paint. Leaves it underneath. Palmer finishes with a layup with the right hand off the block right side. Braden Palmer's first field goal of the night. 4-point lead for Scottsbluff. 1 minute and 21 seconds to play in the first half. Diolas. Baez. Back to Josiah Diolas. He's played a heady game to this point. Cut off at the foul line. Chance Parker on the perimeter. They'll give him a little bit of room right there if he wants to take that shot. Now Diolas. He's going to fire away from outside. Too strong. Rebound comes off long. Grabbed by Palmer of Alliance under a minute to play in the half. 34-30. Up the floor quickly to Stark. Stark outside. Dubray an open 3. Got it. Trevor Dubray. And Alliance has stormed back. 34-33. Scottsbluff, will they play for the final shot of the first half? McCracken is hot, and he has the basketball. Into the paint, a reach-in foul goes against Corbin Stark. .6 to play. They'll say that foul on the floor, so Scottsbluff will inbound underneath their own basket. They lob it into Dawson Moore. Parker on the catch. Baez clapping his hands, wants it in the left corner. Now Parker spins, can't score it, and a rebound to Mason Heemstra. A chance for Alliance to play for the final shot, and if they get a bucket, they'll have a lead at the halftime break. Heemstra. Diolas defending. This is just a great matchup, an individual one-on-one battle. Heemstra, some contact, offensive foul, the call. It'll be an opportunity for the Bearcats. Parker blocked the shot, the contact, and they give the foul to Mason Heemstra. And it'll be the first on the dynamic senior guard for Alliance. 5.7 to play. Not a bad idea if you're the Bulldogs here for a little pressure in the backcourt. Force Scottsbluff to have to work to get it up the floor. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They get the ball off to Baez, a big shot, and he missed it long. An outstanding first half from both these teams here tonight. Electric atmosphere, electric basketball. At the break, Scottsbluff with a 1-point lead, 34-33 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
This is Jane. She thinks she's just filling her car, but she's also filling the air with cancer-causing toxic chemicals used to boost octane in gas. What doesn't burn in the engine enters the air and your lungs, even your heart and brain. Bad for everyone, especially kids. Ethanol is a natural octane booster, clean burning and non-toxic. More ethanol means less scary stuff in our gas and in the air we breathe. And that makes your choice pretty plain, Jane.
For locations near you, go to huskerfuel.com.
We're at halftime tonight, KDB.TV, 101.7 The Trail. 34-33 is the lead right now at the break. We'll take a look at the halftime numbers coming up here in a few minutes. Just a tremendous tempo, a great pace, and great action over the first 16 minutes here tonight at Alliance. A Scottsbluff win or lose, they're not going to be affected that much. Looking at 11 or 12 seed regardless of outcome here tonight. For Alliance, the outcome a much bigger deal. A win, they should be at home for a round of 16 game in a district final. A loss, and they will be out on the road at some point eastward. Obviously, 34-33 our score here at the break. We'll come back, take a look at the halftime numbers. Scottsbluff leading Alliance by 1 right now on the West Coast scoreboard. I'll get that out of you.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
Have you heard the exciting news? Western Nebraska Regional Airport will be offering flights with United Airlines operated by SkyWest beginning January 30th, 2018. What's even better? You'll get to earn and use your United points. Reservations with United are now available, plus all United miles can be earned and redeemed with all flights. While you're at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck restaurant, plus Hearst Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. So make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Time for a look at the halftime numbers brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. As everybody tries to catch their breath after that opening half of action here tonight, these are two teams that are really grinding for a sub-district championship. Alliance, the 1 seed, Scottsbluff, the 2 seed, and it's the Cats up by 1, 34-33. We'll start with Scottsbluff scoring by quarter 19 and 14. Connor McCracken red hot here at the break. He's got 16 points, 12 of those coming in the first half. 6 points off the bench on a pair of threes for Dawson Moore. Also 6 points for Sam Clarkson playing solid in the post. Josiah Diolas, Harold Baez, and Chance Parker also with 2 points through the opening half of action tonight. I've got unofficially Scottsbluff for 5 turnovers. Same category, 4 in the turnover column for Alliance. Scoring by quarter for the Bulldogs at 16 and 18 for their 34. And they've got a balanced scoring attack. 7 different players have scored already, led by Mason Heemstra and Trevor Dubray. They've got 7 apiece. 6 points for Joel Baker on a pair of early triples. 6 for Corbin Stark, mainly off dribble drive action. 3 points for Reese Jensen. And 2 points apiece for Braden Palmer and Caden Kendrick. Halftime update brought to you by Arby's. Again, they are the meat crafters, folks, throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. 34-33. It's Scottsbluff up by a single tally here at halftime on the West Coast scoreboard.
It pays to be the early bird at Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming during our Early Bird Triple Savings Sale. Right now, you'll save 20% on any window and patio door. Plus, don't pay anything until 2020. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest until 2020. Plus, receive a free glass upgrade with the purchase of 3 or more superior quality Renewal by Anderson windows or patio doors. Call 307-472-2199 to book your free in-home estimate today and take advantage of our Early Bird Triple Savings Sale.
We can't warn you that karma is very real. But we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Runza makes it all better.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Chris Cottrell back with you at halftime here on KNDP.TV and also 101.7 The Trail. Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit. They offer regularly scheduled accessible bus service serving communities between Alliance and Scottsbluff Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and 21 Panhandle communities on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Reservations are required. Visit panhandletrails.com or call 761-TRIP. We expect weather to continue to stay pretty dicey throughout the rest of the work week and on into the weekend for much of the state of Nebraska. That could throw things into a bit of a tizzy as far as Friday games are concerned for girls district finals. And as far as our coverage with Mitchell and Baird, both those games would be in North Platte, so we'll keep you posted on that. Boys district finals Saturday could really be in some danger, especially when you factor in they'll have about 12 days to get those games played. So if weather really gets tricky, then I'd imagine they will not risk things and find a way to safely play those games at some point, either ahead of time or early next week. That's all for another time. Tonight, grudge match, personal pride, area pride, sub-district title, and playoff seeding on the line here tonight. At halftime, it's Alliance and Scottsbluff locked in a one-point game. The Bearcats lead Alliance 34-33 on the West Coast scoreboard.
No matter what job I've got to do, my John Deere 5E tractor can do it all. Whether I'm cutting, moving feed, or building a fence. Using my 5E means my work gets done faster at a price I can afford, and that works for me.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Feels a little bit like fall. I've got Scottsbluff Principal Mike Hawley to my right. No headset on the big guy for this evening, so administrative duties here tonight for Mr. Hawley. We'll be back at it come the fall with the Bearcats once again under the direction of new head coach Judd Hall. Looking forward to catching up with Coach Hall, getting everything squared away. We'll get a feature done with Coach. We're in the heart of basketball season right now and the heart of a district, sub-district championship game here at Alliance tonight. 34-33 our score at the break. We'll take another quick timeout. When we come back, second half action on the way. It's 34-33. Scottsbluff leads by 1 here at halftime on the West Coast scoreboard.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Parents, remember your kids are watching you as they're participating in their activity.
Set a positive example for your kids to feed off of.
Showing good sportsmanship not only shows good character as a fan, but can also improve productivity among the competitors.
In being a great opponent, you need to have great attitude and respect for the game.
The outcome of the game is out of your control, so sit back and let the athletes do what they do best.
If you haven't done so yet, get it done. Download the Elite Physical Therapy KNB Sports app, your go-to app with the latest news and live scores. Some of you are probably watching our broadcast right there on the Sports app tonight. Download it at the Apple or Google Play Store, your Elite Physical Therapy KNB Sports app. Time for the start of the second half. They'll adjust the clock from 80 seconds to 8 minutes as we get set now for the start of this third quarter. Alliance basketball, they trail by 1, 34-33. Mason Heemstra had 7 points at halftime. He averages 23.5 points per ball game. Alliance has it in the front court to start the third. They run Heemstra off a screen, he flares. Now comes off another. Gets middle, pull-up jumper at the foul line, it wouldn't go. And over the back foul going to go against Sam Clarkson. Good offensive rebounding position right there from Braden Palmer. Second foul on Clarkson. Quick team foul here to start the half on Reese Jensen. Catches the inbounds pass, doesn't get a home rim friendly roll, and Clarkson grabs the miss. Diolis will jog it up the floor across the timeline. He comes left. He'll hold on to it. Diolis keeps his dribble, gives the pass to Harold Baez. Now Harsh playing with 2 fouls. Got those 2 fouls early. There's really not a good defensive matchup for Scottsbluff against for Alliance against Connor McCracken, and this time he turned it over. Thought he had someone flaring to the corner. No one arrived. The ball did and goes out of bounds. That's turnover number 6 committed by the Bearcats. 50 seconds into the second half, still searching for our first points here of the quarter. Reese Jensen from outside misses badly. And now a loose ball, a lot of contact. And here come the Cats. Connor McCracken has 16. Down low. Gives it off to Sebastian Harsh. Really didn't leave his feet to put it up and in. And the rebound to Alliance. Heemstra hands it off to Stark. Whips a pass into the corner to Heemstra, who fires a 3, and that misses badly. Everybody a little bit off the mark. Maybe feeling it just a little bit here early in the second half. At some point, a tight game pressure switches to Alliance. They really have more to play for tonight if you're thinking about a district final this weekend. Maybe not the best shot selection right there for Sebastian Harsh. Joel Baker goes to the rim. Got a quick little nifty layup to go off the square, and Alliance goes back in front as Baker now has 8 points on the night. Baez catches left wing. Goes baseline, lost his footing. Trying to find somebody, gets the ball to McCracken. McCracken down low, reach in foul goes against Joel Baker. 2:01 gone by. 2:01 gone by in the third quarter. Scottsbluff will inbound underneath their own bucket. They lob it into Clarkson. Palmer gives him plenty of space to operate. McCracken a back cut. Now Jensen has McCracken on the wing. Lost him momentarily. Heemstra. Now Baez from way outside. Halfway down it comes out. Grabbed by Stark. Outlet pass to Heemstra. Heemstra looks to push. Got deep. Got shot blocked. Regains the loose ball. Alliance will reset here on the offensive end. They have a 1-point lead. Looking to make it a 4-point lead. It would not go. Offensive rebound to Stark. Had his shot swatted away by Baez. Harold brings it up the floor. Right side wing behind the 3-point line. Picks up his dribble. Now it's Diolis out high. Diolis with Stark defending. Gets to the paint. Whistle. Jump ball. Possession arrow will keep it. This into the floor with Scottsbluff. Diolis and Jensen John just a little bit. Scottsbluff will inbound underneath along the baseline right side. McCracken on the wing to the left. To Diolis' right as he looks to throw it in. They get it to Dawson Moore. Moore feeds McCracken. And that'll be a foul on the floor, and that'll go against Reese Jensen. This is going to be one heated second half here tonight. Great intensity level in the first half. It's going to ratchet up a notch or 10 here in the second half. Diolas, pull-up jumper. Off the heel of the iron, rebounded by Baker. Outlet pass to Corbin Stark. Stark had his shot blocked by Dawson Moore on the defensive end. Good defensive work by Moore, who got back quickly to prevent that easy layup for Corbin Stark. Diolas gives it to Baez. Now McCracken, he'll fire away. Palmer up high for a rebound. Heemstra has it. Strong hands, pulls it out of the pile. Heemstra feeds the corner. Jensen, he'll give it to Baker. That is not out of Baker's range. He goes by Clarkson. A little lefty flip wouldn't go. No one able to find the range here in the opening 3:38 of the second half. Scottsbluff head coach Scott Gullion will take a timeout as everybody kind of collects themselves here. We'll break as well. 35-34, Scottsbluff leads, trails on the West Coast scoreboard.
Care Heilbron's State Farm agent is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbron and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Nearly halfway through the third quarter, and we've had just one basket, 2 total points. That was scored by Joel Baker. A 1-point lead for Alliance. Scottsbluff does have the basketball coming out of the timeout. Dawson Moore, a runner, missed long. Reese Jensen there for the rebound. Heemstra checks every direction, make sure he's got no defender coming from behind. Corbin Stark cut off along the baseline, bounces it back to Joel Baker. Baker's got Baez defending. Heemstra, bounce pass to Palmer. Good reach around and a steal by Sam Clarkson. That's turnover number 5 committed by Alliance tonight. Total of 11 between these two Class B teams here out west. In the paint, Clarkson too strong with a right-hand jump hook. Stark the rebound, a little nifty behind the back dribble, and settles things down for the Bulldogs in the half-court set. Heemstra to Baker. Baker, he has got a quick trigger. He can get it away at a moment's notice, and this time the same little action from Clarkson on the reach around results in foul number 3 on Big Sam. 3:24 to play in the third quarter. Diolas out, Clarkson out, and that means it's Parker. Parker, Moore, Harsh, McCracken, and Baez right now. They lob it in. Alliance does to Stark. Stark blows right by Dawson Moore, and a nifty finger roll with the right hand. The layup drops through, and Corbin Stark gives Alliance a 3-point lead, 37-34. McCracken thought about the 3-point shot, looking for a tie. Instead, put it on the floor. What do we got? A reach-in foul? They're going to say a shooting foul. McCracken will get 2 at the foul line. This foul goes on Mason Heemstra, his second. .306 to play here in the third quarter. Colin Schroyer will check in. McCracken will look for a make here on the second attempt. Got off to a tremendous start with 16 points in the opening half of action. Came in averaging that exact number. Gets 1 of 2. Connor has 17 to lead all scorers. 3:05 to play. Harsh going to D up against Teamster right now on the defensive end. Schroyer picks up his dribble, gets it to Stark. Stark to Jensen. Alliance with a basketball, leading by 2. Joel Baker on the bench, another trusted ball handler. So look for Heemstra and Stark to really do the bulk of the ball handling duties with this lineup on the floor. Stark on the catch. Look right, goes by a defender, lobs it back outside. Tracking it down, Heemstra. Harsh has the defensive assignment. They've switched out multiple guys on Heemstra so far tonight, and they've held him in check with just 7. Dupre had a solid first half, and a reach-in foul on the perimeter. This one will go against Harold Baez. 2:26 to play in the third. This game is moving at a really rapid clip here tonight, 37-35. Heemstra, high ball screen. Keeps his dribble. Shot was partially blocked on the way up. Ball loose, grabbed by McCracken. Here comes Connor. A 3 for the lead, a 2 for the tie. Connor stays aggressive, can't score. Put back wouldn't go. Ball tapped up in the air. 2 opportunities near the rim. Scottsbluff could not convert either with McCracken and Chance Parker. Alliance with the ball, leading by 2, 37-35. Schroyer posting up. They will not enter it. And now Dubray turned his head, and Heemstra threw it away. Mason Heemstra frustrated with his junior teammate. Every possession magnified in a game like tonight. Close score, pretty even when you look at talent. And we saw it last night, a 1-possession game for Scottsbluff and a 51-50 win. McCracken on the catch. Cut off. Righty flip wouldn't go. Right there for a stick back with the right hand. Connor McCracken has 19, and he leads all scorers. Schroyer again picks up his dribble out high. Sets a screen for Stark. Under a minute and a half to play in the third quarter. Jensen to Heemstra. Heemstra, he'll just fire away. Can't get it to go. Ball comes off, grabbed by Chance Parker. Back and forth, these two clubs go against one another. Tied at 37 here with a minute and 12 seconds to play now in the third quarter. Dawson Moore, jab step and a pump fake. Diolas, Chance Parker, wing right side. Clean look for Moore. You know that is falling. He's got 9 all on threes. 40-37. Heemstra has just 1 field goal tonight. It was a 3-ball. Harsh really chasing Heemstra around, making it physical on the perimeter. Harsh really fighting through, trying to keep an eye on that matchup right now while the ball moves along the perimeter. They don't switch. Harsh stays on it. Right side wing, 25 seconds to play. Alliance staying patient. Corbin Stark gives it off to Heemstra. Heemstra steps to his right. Schroyer on the catch. Back to Heemstra. Lost it momentarily. Scottsbluff digs their heels in defensively. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. They lead by 3. They run 2, 3 defenders. They get a steal. Here comes Chance Parker. He's going to lay it up and in as the buzzer sounds. A turnover, a 5-point lead, a momentum-changing play for Scottsbluff defensively. They ran the run and jump at Heemstra. He gave the basketball up. It's a turnover, and Scottsbluff will take a 5-point lead to the fourth quarter on the West Coast scoreboard.
We've been an Allo customer from the beginning, 15 plus years.
Almost 15 years.
15 years now. They live here, they work here, they give back to our community. That's very important to us.
It's the difference of night and day between our old internet provider and Allo.
Having that reliability and that speed is extremely important.
Nobody matches that speed. It was a game changer.
Allo came to my site and helped me resolve an issue. At that point, I knew Allo was the company that I wanted to stick with.
Come see Catapult, the world's premier shadow dance company, live in concert. You'll be mesmerized as these incredible dancers transform themselves into one impossible shape after another. You've seen them on America's Got Talent. Now come see them live. critics call Catapult a breathtaking show for the whole family. Now experience the magic of shadow illusions as only Catapult can deliver live.
Midwest Theater, February 28th. Visit MidwestTheater.com for tickets.
What a defensive quarter for Scottsbluff. They hold the Lions to just 4 points in the quarter. A couple of layups, and that is it for the Bulldogs. Can Scottsbluff do it for the final 8 minutes? They have a 5-point lead here, 42-37. Reese Jensen, nice setup on the play. Good play design. They get Jensen down along the block right side. Quick delivery from Baker, and Jensen has 5 points. Dawson Moore dribbles right off the right wing. Parker posting up. Parker comes middle, now turns back. Cut off, he'll look for some help. They get it back to Diolis. A little over 30 seconds gone by. Josiah has it knocked away. Challenged high at the apex of the shot. Palmer was there, and that might have gotten the eyesight. The sight lines on the rim on the release for Diolis. 3-point lead. Alliance with a chance to cut it to one, maybe tie. Baker, long 2-point field goal wouldn't drop. Rebound to McCracken for the Bearcats. Worst shot in basketball, a foot on the line with that long jumper. Baker's the guy you let get away with it. Dawson Moore, entry pass down low to Harsh. Outside, Parker gonna shoot the three, woefully short and out of bounds. That was about 3 feet short on the 3-point field goal. 42-39 is the score as Alliance gets it back. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play. Action's been hot and heavy, tremendous atmosphere here tonight, as you would expect for a game between these two with this much on the line. Braden Palmer catches. He'll put it on the floor, back outside to Jensen. Trevor Dubray, no conscious. And we're gonna get a foul going against Braden Palmer. (42-39). Chance Parker will take a seat. Sam Clarkson comes back in. So you've got Clarkson, Diolis, Harsh, McCracken, and Dawson Moore. For the Cats, Palmer, Stark, Dubray, Heemstra, and Baker. Outside of Palmer, Alliance really small on the floor right now. We'll see if Scottsbluff can make some hay on the glass, both ends of the court. One offensive rebound, save a possession, and a bucket could mean the difference here tonight. Harsh lobs one, tough angle on the lob from one wing to an opposite corner down along the baseline. That'll be a turnover. I've got Scottsbluff now for 7. First here in the quarter. Already past the 6-minute mark here in the fourth. We've got 5:53 to play. Dubray has it. Now Stark, Heemstra, left side wing. Alliance will not win tonight if Heemstra doesn't get going, and he misses another from downtown. Averages 23.5. He's got 7 is all right now. 42-39. Connor on the catch. Big shot, taker and maker. Connor McCracken has 22. Leads at 6. Corbin Stark gives it to Heemstra. Palmer, Baker. Baker. Contact. And an offensive foul, a charge on Braden Palmer. .520 to play, lead at 6. Diolis will get a breather. Baez is back on. No changes for Alliance. 45-39. Scottsbluff's biggest lead of the night has been 7. They can turn it into an 8-point lead. Back cut, McCracken, there it is. Connor McCracken, 5, now 24. He's got 5 early in the quarter. Heemstra right to the rim, and the answer back with a chance for a 3-point play. Well, that was sweet. Went from right side of the paint, got middle to the left, a spinner with a right hand off the glass. You have got to work on that a lot to have confidence in that play in this type of situation. Big time effort right there from Heemstra. Heemstra and McCracken on back-to-back possessions. Heemstra can't get the foul shot to drop though. He's 4 for 5 at the line. It's still a 6-point margin. Biggest lead has been 8 moments ago for Scottsbluff. Baez on the catch. Clarkson up top, Harsh. Thought about the 3, then thought better of it. Now Baez from way out there off the mark. Tipped, grabbed by Heemstra. Had it knocked away. They're going to say out of bounds. Last touch by Dawson Moore. Chance for Alliance to get a little bit closer here. 4:40 left in regulation. 47-41. This has been a dandy here tonight. At Alliance side, wing left, Stark. McCracken defends, man look. Moore gambles. Stark, back cut, turnover by Alliance. Their 9th. Connor. McCracken, crossover dribble, whistle, offensive foul. He created the contact. .4:15 to play. Joel Baker has 8, 9 for Heemstra. Leading everybody tonight by a wide margin. Connor McCracken has 24 points. Nearly halfway through this final quarter tonight. Palmer on the catch. Baker. Nice same set play they ran earlier to start the 4th quarter, but Jensen can't finish. 3:52 to play. Scottsbluff brings it into the front court with Diolis. Baez out high right side, off a screen. Connor, catch and shoot 3, might have been partially deflected. Joel Baker knew it and made a good effort to save that ball back in bounds to a teammate, or else Scottsbluff would have kept the basketball out of bounds. Palmer, there's Baker. Baker. Heemstra. Heemstra gets middle, pull-up shot in the paint. That drops for Mason Heemstra. Into double digits now with 11, the lead at 4, 47-43. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to play. More on the catch. Back to Diolis. McCracken sets up shop on the left wing. Clarkson now has it in the paint. They feed Moore. 3 ball. Halfway down, comes out. Offensive rebound to Baez. His pass deflected, and we're going to get a foul on the perimeter called on Corbin Stark. Timeout taken by Scott Golian with 3 minutes to play. 5 gone in the 4th, 3 to go. 4-point lead for Scottsbluff. This will be a full timeout. We'll break with them. Scottsbluff 47, Alliance 43 on the West Coast scoreboard.
My big secret for designing a quality kitchen on a budget is J&K Cabinetry. They have all the great standard features that my clients love. Solid wood doors and frames, soft close doors and drawers, dovetail joinery. The quality is amazing. J&K Cabinetry has 17 beautiful locations, sells directly to designers, contractors, and dealers, and provides plenty of options for a semi-custom look. But the most important thing is having a satisfied client and just seeing how much they love their kitchen. J&K Cabinetry, a new kitchen around you.
ZM Lumber in Scottsbluff, your local headquarters for J&K Cabinetry.
Tonight, KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15, Mobius 1500, and radio on the trail, 101.7 FM KNEB. 4-point lead for Scottsbluff, 47-43, with now under 3 minutes to go in the game. A fast-moving contest here tonight. A lot of folks haven't even sat down. Connor McCracken, a back-cut bucket. Connor dominating everything here tonight. Are you surprised? I'm not. He's got 7 for 26 this evening. Mason Heemstra feeling the heat, launches the 3. Too strong. Scottsbluff in a great spot with the ball up 6, 2.5 to play, and Josiah Diolis smartly walks it up the floor. Scottsbluff doesn't need to be in a rush right now. Get a good shot. Dawson Moore on the perimeter. Feeds Baez. Baez back to Moore. Moore has Heemstra defending. He'll hand it off to Baez. Baez steps in, had it knocked away. Ball loose. Harold's got it back. Scottsbluff turns it over. Here comes Alliance on the run, and Alliance turns it over. I think Baker just figured Heemstra was going to make the play himself. Instead, a one-hand flip off Joel's left hand and out of bounds. Back-to-back turnovers. Costly one right there for Alliance after Scottsbluff gave him a little bit of an opening. 2:02 to play in the game. A crippling loss this would be for Alliance. Yes, of course they're going to play in a district final, but a win, they'd have it right here on their home floor. Scottsbluff lost this game last year at home. Now Alliance in danger of the same. Diolis into the paint. Leaves it for Connor McCracken. Ball loose on the floor. Great hands by Heemstra. Heemstra got fouled. He'll get 2 shots at the line with 91 seconds left here in regulation. Foul goes on Clarkson, his 4th. A win for Scottsbluff. They'll head to a district finals, winners of 7 straight. By far and away their longest stretch of victories on the season. That's current as of now. 49-43, 1:31 to go. Heemstra missed his last. He's now 5 of 6 at the stripe tonight. Came in averaging 23.5 points a game, and right now he's got just 12. A make here would get he and his Bulldog mates to within 4. It's 49-45. At what point does Alliance just put Scottsbluff on the line? The Bearcats struggled at the stripe in some tight spots last night. They go zone, see if they can force a turnover, some confusion. Harsh to McCracken on the wing. Almost Heemstra with a hand on that ball in the passing lane. Dawson Moore. They'll throw it back out top to Diolis. Looks like they are dangerously close to wanting to foul, but Scottsbluff gets a layup off the feed from the free throw line down to Dawson Moore. Dawson Moore now in double figures with 11. 59.6 to play. 51-45. We'll stay right here. 59.6 left on the clock. It's been an outstanding matchup tonight here at Alliance High. Scottsbluff in position to win the sub-district championship. Connor McCracken has been the man in a big-time setting here tonight. Connor has 26 points. To lead everybody in scoring. Dawson Moore just went into double figures. Got a quick moment here to tell you about Wells Fargo Advisors. Did you know that for more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving their clients' personal financial goals? Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Together, you'll go far. It's been a dandy tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in. TV side, also radio on 101.7 The Trail. Alliance basketball here at home, trailing by 6. Plenty of postseason seeding on the line for the district finals for these two squads. Baker on the catch. He will fire a 3 off the iron, rebounded by Baez. Harold, a reach-in foul. This is going to go on Dubray or Baker. It'll be Joel Baker picking up the personal foul. Scottsbluff stepping up in a big-time game and atmosphere on the road. You knew if they were able to keep it close into the fourth quarter with so much on the line for Alliance tonight that game pressure could be an issue. Baez, though, misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Just 3 baskets from the field tonight for Mason. Heemstra make it for a tough finish right there in traffic, and a timeout taken by Alliance. We'll break with them. 39.4 to play. 4-point lead for the Cats on the West Coast scoreboard. This is break.
With Viero's
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and match is here for a limited time.
With Viero's entertainment trifecta package, never miss the big play. Work on becoming the new and improved you, or invite friends to compete in the game. Get the power of free. Get 2 new lines of HD Plus and internet service, and we will give you Sling TV, an Air TV player, and a big screen TV, all for free. Get the entertainment trifecta package today. Viera Wireless, keeping you connected to the content you love.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and match is here for a limited time. How limited? If I tell you, will you still come right now versus putting it off until oops, the deal is over?
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
146. Still a 1-and-1 if Scottsbluff gets the line here, which you know they will momentarily. They don't want to foul Dawson Moore probably. He's holding on to it, hoping to get fouled. Harsh has it. They give it to Baez. Baez down low. They reach in, and they get the foul on Harold on Trevor Dubrain. Down to 23.9 ticks is all here in the fourth quarter. Scottsbluff will back everybody away from the foul line. Braden Palmer checks in for rebounding purposes, as Dubray sits. Chance Parker will check in, replacing Diolas. This will be for defense and rebounding purposes on the other end of the floor. Big shots coming for Baez, especially this first would make it a 5-point lead. Off the mark, rebounded by Jensen. 51-47, here comes Mason Heemstra. Baker gives it right back to Heemstra. Heemstra attacks the rim and can't get the spinner to go. And the ball is saved in bounds. Baker has it, uses the right hand, it won't go. Palmer with a putback. Timeout taken by Michael Baker. It's 51-49. Palmer has 4. We'll stay right here, of course. 6.7. This has just been a great high school basketball game tonight. Both teams playing their hearts out, looking for a sub-district championship. These things matter. And Scottsbluff, after really not showing up last night early, going through the motions and giving Gearing an opportunity to knock him out of this thing in the semis, able to flip the switch. It doesn't always work that way, that you can do that, pull it off, and play well flipping it, but they did here tonight. And they have really done a great job defensively. Look, Mason Heemstra's outstanding. He's got 8 points here in the fourth, and he's up to 15. But overall on the night, the defensive effort put forth by the Bearcats against Heemstra has been outstanding. That's included Diolas, and really Sebastian Harsh for long stretches has been just tremendous. A much bigger guy, 6'4", really showing off some of that footwork that makes him such an outstanding player on the gridiron in the fall. Still will be a 1-and-1 situation on the foul. Alliance will clearly look to play for a steal immediately. If they don't get it, foul then immediately. 51-49. 6.7 to play. Final few moments here tonight from Alliance High School. It'll be Harsh inbounding. They'll set a few screens here and there. Now Harsh looks, gets it to McCracken. They'll foul with Reese Jensen. Love the option if you're Scottsbluff. Connor has 26 points. He's a 75% free throw shooter. And if he knocks down both, Scottsbluff going to win tonight's game. 2 makes, it's a 2-possession game, and really that'll be it for Alliance here this evening with just 5.5 to play. Outside of a miracle 3 and foul situation. Crowded full throat. Connor at the line. And the first tickles the twine. Connor has all but 2 points for the Cats here in the final stanza. Connor up to 27. considering the moment, the stakes, and everything else involved tonight, this is the best game of Connor McCracken's high school basketball career. 52-49. Out of the timeout here in a moment. A make for McCracken will give him 28, and more importantly, the key number will be 4, as in a 4-point lead with little left to do for Alliance. Bearcats back everybody off the line. If Connor makes the basket, they don't even need to react. They can just stand there and let Alliance run it down the floor and shoot a shot. They literally don't have to move. McCracken, it's over. 53-49. We'll see what Scottsbluff decides to do, but it probably won't be a whole lot with 5.5 to play. Connor drills both. Connor McCracken with one heck of an effort here tonight. The starting lineup has 38 points. McCracken has 28 of those. He scores 9 of Scottsbluff's 11 points here in the fourth quarter. Alliance will inbound. They get it to Mason Heemstra. He'll rush it up the floor. They just can't foul. They got dangerously close. Shot is wayward. Scottsbluff wins the Class B-8 Sub-District Championship here tonight by the final of 53-49 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Shopping local is great for building our community. At TC & More, they offer the newest trends and latest fashions. They have new items arriving daily. Enjoy complimentary coffee as they show you these new arrivals. New home decor, clothing, flags, jewelry, willow tree figurines. Don't forget their wide variety of teaching supplies, large selection of games, as well as homemade lotions and soaps. Thank you for thinking of TC & More for those special items. TC & More, 1621 Broadway in beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Just an outstanding basketball game tonight with two high-level Class B teams out here in western Nebraska. As Alliance, the top seed, loses the Class B-8 Sub-District Championship game on their home floor. Scottsbluff comes on the road and gets it done in a hostile environment. The final tonight, 53-49. They outscore Alliance down the stretch, 11 to, I'll check that, it was a pretty tight fourth quarter, 12-11 for Alliance, but still not enough as Scottsbluff, 9 of their 11 points in the final quarter were scored by Connor McCracken, and the Cats most likely now looking at an 11 seed in a district final. Not sure how far Alliance will fall with a loss tonight, but more than likely they will drop out of the possibility of an 8 spot and a home game. Runs a post-game show here on KDB.TV and also 101.7 The Trail. We've got plenty to cover. We'll get a Taco John's player of the game. We'll add up the numbers here and get you that update brought to you by Arby's. And, of course, we'll catch up with Scottsbluff boys head basketball coach Scott Golian after an outstanding performance tonight on the road by his Bearcats. We'll have more coming up here on the Runza postgame show. Runza, proud sponsor of Scottsbluff High School athletics. Final score tonight, 53-49. Cats a winner on the West Coast scoreboard. Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
Byers Realty would like to remind everyone that school is back in session, so make sure and watch for little ones in crosswalks. Be mindful of school speed zones, and take a second to double check for pedestrians and bicyclists. We want all of our young students to have a wonderful and safe year. Visit callbyersrealty.com or stop by the office on Avenue B, next to Bumper. The Panhandle's best, Byers Realty. Community strong, community proud. We have what you're looking for.
We're back on the Runs of Postgame show. Let's get caught up now with Scottsbluff head man, Scott Golian. We will break this thing down. If you're checking Heemstra, I had him for 15. Let's get the microphone to Coach, and let's get busy talking about this excellent effort tonight from the Scottsbluff Bearcats. A couple of different spots to start. First, Coach, we'll get to Connor. We'll get to the great defense on Mason here shortly. But overall, you guys flipped the switch and it worked. You're able to respond after maybe a little bit of a sluggish showing last night. And in a hostile environment, your guys come up big.
Yeah, I'm just really proud of these guys. You know, going back to, we're in the middle of the season, we're 6-10, and you know, we're kind of questioning what's going on and what we're doing, and you know, we've rattled off 7 in a row now. And tonight, none of them was as big as tonight. I thought they really changed the way they were. Thought they really changed their mindset coming over on the bus. They were really good. I could tell they were focused and ready to go. But Connor came up huge. Connor came up so big. I mean, he hit shots. He rebounded. He did so many things that a senior does that doesn't want to lose in his last time playing a district opponent.
I knew when I told you that that was my prediction for tonight before we started our pregame interview, and I said, Connor's going to have your back tonight with a big game. You were hoping that was going to be the case, but as a head coach, you couldn't just sit there and say, you know what, that's going to happen. It did. What a performance by big number 15.
I mean, he was huge in the first half. He was the one scoring the first quarter. We weren't getting much production anywhere else, and he really jump-started us. And then we got going a little bit and went on a run, and then Alliance made a run. So, and he came up big. We needed somebody to knock in some free throws at the end. He knocks in 2 and seals it.
Scored 9 of your 11 points in the fourth quarter, McCracken. Big early, big when you need him late. How about the defensive effort from Sebastian Harsh tonight? You put him on Mason Heemstra for long stretches in man defense, a bigger kid against a smaller, quicker, one of the best guards in Class B, and my word, he did the job.
Yeah, I mean, Sebastian was tremendous. He picked up 2 early fouls there in the first half, so we didn't play that much, but, I mean, what we got, I mean, Heemstra scores 15 because he's a tremendous player, and he's going to keep going and grinding. But we made it super hard on him. We got him 4 for 18. You know, he got 6 of those from the free throw line. So, Sebastian, Josiah, whoever guarded him, and then our help side defense. That's some of the credit too. Is we did a great job executing the game plan, and team defense was key.
So let's move it forward. Coach Goranson was giving me the breakdown. I didn't have enough brain power to remember it all before he headed to the locker room before the game. I think Aurora won. I think you knew all the other outcomes before tip-off tonight. So to the best of your knowledge, what do you think this means for you, and if you have any idea what this might mean for Alliance?
I don't know if Bennington won.
Roncalli won by 10, I believe.
Okay, so I think we're playing Seward. That's who I believe we're playing. I'm not great at math, so I could very well be wrong. But that's how I had it, and I think we jumped to 11 spot, and we'll play the 6th seed. And I think that's Seward because they won, and those other 2 teams that we could have possibly played lost.
What do you know about Seward if that's the case?
I know they're big. They play a 1-3-1, I think. They're a good basketball team. We're going to have to bring our A game to play. It's still possible that Bennington's in there too. I can't remember off the top of my head. We'll find out for sure. Someone will tell me.
We'll probably know at some point tonight.
Probably.
Middle of the night, who knows? Everything we just talked about probably winds up being irrelevant. What's not irrelevant was this 7-game winning streak and your kids' effort tonight. Alliance really played their hearts out as well. Both teams deserving to be in a district final. That'll be the case, we hope, this weekend with weather really starting to look to be a little bit tricky.
Yeah, I think it puts Alliance maybe on the road.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Baker said
to play Mount Michael, I believe.
And they got it handed to them by Omaha Scott this afternoon.
They did. So
really hammered. Didn't even score 30 points.
They're a good team. Omaha Scott's really good. Mount Michael's good. I mean, you get to this point of the season, and you assume everybody's good, and you're going to have to go play and win a game.
Coach, heck of an effort tonight. Congrats to you and your kids. Have a safe trip home, and then we'll start to worry about all the rest of this stuff maybe first thing tomorrow morning. Excellent effort. Great job.
Thanks, Chris.
We'll come back with more right after this on the Runs of Postgame show on KNEB.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
The Mixing Bowl in Gearing, serving breakfast and lunch every day using Grandma Ruth's recipes for 5 years. Stop for lunch and try a Cali Turkey BLT or one of our gourmet burgers. Have a homemade cabbage burger or butterball soup on Thursdays, or try our weekend brunch and have cinnamon roll pancakes or the roasted duck Benedict. Stop by the Mixing Bowl on your way to work and grab a freshly baked muffin, Grebel, or Dana Kuga out of our bakery case and a specialty coffee made just for you. The Mixing Bowl, 1945 10th Street in Gearing, bringing great food and great people together.
Let's get to a check on the post-game numbers brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. We'll start with Alliance Mason Heemstra. Averages 23.5. He had 15 points tonight. 8 apiece for Joel Baker and Corbin Stark. 7 off the bench for Trevor Dubray. Those are the top scorers for Alliance. You know who the top scorer was for Scottsbluff. Connor McCracken had 28. One other in double figures tonight, as well as Dawson Moore came off the bench and finished with 11 points, including 3 made 3 balls for the Bearcats this evening. 6 points for Sam Clarkson, Chance Parker 4 off the bench, and then 2 for Josiah Diolis and 2 for Harold Baez. Your final tonight, 53-49. Scottsbluff wins the B-8 sub-district title. We'll come back and get to our Taco John's player of the game right after this on KNEB.
With Viero's entertainment trifecta package, never miss the big play. Work on becoming the new and improved you, or invite friends to compete in the game. Get the power of free. Get 2 new lines of HD Plus and internet service, and we will give you Sling TV, an Air TV player, and a big screen TV, all for free. Get the entertainment trifecta package today. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected to the content you love.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Time for a quick Taco John's player of the game. Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gearing make it a game day tradition. Unwrap the original before or after every game. This is the easiest call I think we've had all season for a player of the game. A no doubter for Connor McCracken, the 6'4 senior, with the biggest performance. Maybe not overall points-wise scoring, but when you consider game, environment, stakes, and everything involved, it's McCracken with a career best night. His top showing as a high school player, he had 28 points and sets the tone for everyone on that Scottsbluff bench tonight. Connor McCracken, your Taco John's player of the game. You heard from Coach Golian, maybe Bennington, maybe Seward. One of those two is kind of what Coach is thinking as of right now. We'll wait to see what some of these projections look like a little bit later on tonight. But a tremendous atmosphere. Kudos to all the fans from Alliance that were here. Student section great. Scottsbluff, the student section, the Boo Crew on fire down in front of me once again, as they always are. Everybody in attendance made this a tremendous atmosphere for high school sports, and these are the type of nights you lace them up and you go out for high school basketball and play sports at the prep level. So Scottsbluff prevails 53-49. We'll get you set with what we know when we check things from the sports desk coming up tomorrow morning. Big thanks to TJ, Jonas, Zach, Beretta, and who else did we have tonight? Olivia down on the camera as well. The KNB.TV crew always doing a great job, and Kirsten back at the studios handling things for us on 101.7 The Trail. Great job by all. We'll look forward to more basketball, we hope, this weekend, Friday and Saturday, with girls finals Friday and boys district finals on Saturday. That'll do it from Alliance tonight, and let's hope everybody gets home safely and we've got good roads heading back home. That'll do it from Alliance. Have a great rest of your Tuesday evening, everybody. So long and good night. Thanks, Kirsten.
Thank you.
Hey, have a good night.